All right, welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to another video. Today, we're going to talk about this $5,500 discount that I have found. And we'll talk about, is this going to happen to the US or not? Because it's unfortunately not, spoiler alert, it's not in America, but it is in another country that's kind of close, or I guess close-ish. But we'll take a look at it, the $5,500 discount and what it actually entails. But before we get into that, let's roll the intro real quick. All right, so welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to another video. My name is Dennis, and I love talking about Tesla hacking, as I like to call it, but basically just getting the best deal on a Tesla at the best possible price, or just getting really good financing on your Tesla. So if you're interested in any of that, please hit that subscribe. And today's video is actually sponsored by my Calendly link down below in the description, but more on that later. All right, so let's take a look. So this was reported by Tesla North, as well as a couple other places as well. But Tesla is now offering a $5,500 US dollar discount. Of course, it's in euro, but it's converted to US off demo and new Model 3 and Model Y vehicles. Of course, it's only 3 and Y in Europe. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for these Model S and X deals because it's coming. There's too many Model S's available, and there's too many. Well, there's not too many Model X's available, but it's got to be coming. So let's take a look at this. I mean, it's got to be inventory available, and they're basically just matching, or not just matching, they're matching what's going on in the United States. Because right now in the United States, we have that $3,750 discount, but it's a little bit extra in Europe. But not exactly sure it's because these vehicles are more expensive over there, but it's basically similar. You got to take delivery by the end of the month in December. So really Tesla is, I guess, just like hurting for they're just hurting for like deliveries, which we kind of already know. There was a backlog drop as rumor or as speculated by Troy Teslike. If you saw that video yesterday, we can take a look at it again, but Troy Teslike is basically predicting that Tesla has lost over 95,000 orders from the backlog from October 31st to November 30th. That's crazy. If you think of like the percentage drop, that's what, 30-40%. And to think like that could happen once again, because the prices are high for these vehicles, especially the Tesla. They've increased so much in the past months or 6 months. The interest rates are going up. They're still going higher, especially with Tesla doing 5.34% on Tesla financing. So please do not pay that. Please watch my other videos to get lower financing than that. But yeah, I mean, this is an added discount added to the queue to see if they can try and incentivize deals in Europe and also America. But it's pretty interesting because right now we saw that Europe has had a discount now, US has a discount, China has had a discount for a while now, and they kind of just doubled down on that because they added like a first 3,500 people that come to a certain Tesla location get an extra basically $420 off. So that'd be curious. It'd be curious to see if the US and Europe follow suit as well. I feel like they test these strategies in China first, and then they bring it to the US or US and Europe after that. So let's take a look at this article, see if there's anything interesting in here. But I mean, it's not, it's not rocket science, right? They got to discount these vehicles to try and get them out of inventory. It's just like any other dealership or any other store. But the cool thing is, of course, everything happens on a level playing field across at least your country. So it's not like you get different prices at different dealerships. It's all the same at every single dealer, unless they bring that first 3,500 customers get like a certain discount. That'd be very interesting if they did something like that. But I guess they kind of do that already based upon like current inventory. If there's too many vehicles at a certain place, I feel like they just add to like the demo discount already on there. And all these discounts that we talk about and find, like they stack with the existing discount already there. So like this is probably like the cheapest at least new Model 3 that you can get right here. It's a 2022 demo Model 3 rear-wheel drive. So demo means never been registered to anybody. You would still be the first owner, but it could have been in their test drive fleet. So it does have 800 miles, but you do get a $2,200 discount, but it's in Minnesota. So you have to kind of be in Minnesota. And of course, this stacks with the crazy $3,750 discount. So, I mean, it's not a bad deal. You basically, okay, so it had what? Enhanced all price. You got to take out 6,000, basically 42.5, I guess. Wait, front reads. So it's got some other features in there as well. But yeah, I mean, if you want a cheap Model 3, like that's kind of the way to do it. But let's take a look, because I was actually thinking about this earlier. 47 is a good price in terms of the starting price for a Model 3, but let's see what it was kind of in the past. So just last year, a Model 3 standard range was $40K. So there's a trend here. Actually, there's a trend you can see across the board on the Model 3 and the Model Y 100%. We've talked about this, but the Model Y, back last Q4 of last year, there was something going on that kind of happened this year. But what was going on was the Build Back Better bill was being talked about a lot in the Senate, and it had a $7,500 to $10,000 to even $12,000 tax credit. And you can see from that point, Tesla started to raise they were doing it all throughout the year, but from that point they raised it all the way up, another $7,500 or $7,000 to $8,000, up from 56, 57 to 66. And they basically did the same thing for the Model 3. You can see right here, October 21, it was $40,000, and now it's $47,000. So I'm actually not sure that a $3,750 discount or even a $7,500 credit discount, that just puts us back to where we were before. We need to go deep in there to like the 37, the 36. So, I mean, which it's a sign of what's going to come. I think there's going to be much more discounts that are coming to the playing field, and this is just the start. If you can wait, if you can be patient, then it might be worth it. But if there's other factors like you got to sell your car, if the finance the car and interest rates are going up, then maybe at the same time you might as well just pull the trigger as well. So definitely some interesting stuff out of Tesla Europe. $5,500 extra discount on in stock just to really match the US market as well. But yeah, and today's video is actually sponsored by my Calendly link. Down below in the description, you can actually find a link to my Calendly where you can actually schedule a call with me. It's a one-on-one call where you can ask me any questions about buying a Tesla, selling a Tesla, or even financing a Tesla for 15 to 30 minutes. And after you schedule the call, you actually get a link to my buying guide that has links to all the resources that I use to get the best possible deal at the best possible price. And on that guide, there's 2 credit unions that have rates in the low 3%, all the way up to 65 months, even 88 months. So definitely check that out if you're interested, but you don't even have to do that. Just being here, watching, and subscribing goes a long way. So thank you for that. So let's get into some questions. Michael, hey man, what do you think a fair purchase price for Model 3 Performance is, either 2022 or 2023? I mean, that's a good question. I would say that it's getting lower and lower. I have a friend that works at a dealer that just took in a 2022 Model 3 Performance on trade. It had like 19,000 miles, and they bought it for $42,000. So they're probably going to retail and resell it for like 45. So pretty much any low 40s is probably what I would tell you for a Model 3 Performance. I would say low mileage, of course, and like low 40s. That would be a slick deal, which is basically the price of a new standard range these days. Bigu, hi, I've delayed my delivery date to December 28th for Model Y. Is it worth it to take it or wait? I'm on OPT status, international student working, and confused about tax credits. That's a pretty loaded question there. So I don't know if I can answer it quickly like that, but thank you so much. Thank you for watching. Tax credits basically income based. So if you pay federal taxes, you get that money back. It's not about like a refund status at the end. It's just basically if you pay federal taxes, you get the money back. And is it worth it to wait? There's a lot of questions that you have to answer to yourself, or I have to ask you about like, is it worth it or wait? Because yeah, it depends on what's important to you. Happy Hippo, I can wait it if my Model Y goes back down to mid 50s. I doubt it. Yeah, I mean, that'd be sick, right? And it could get back down there. I don't want to say it can never, but I mean, until we get to, because I really feel like the Model Y in the 50 to 55K, that's where it really is worth it. And that's where Tesla, I mean, that's why there's Model 3s and Model Ys everywhere. During this period of time when people were buying them, when prices were in this range, that's when they really took market share. As we got to this range, I'm not too sure. I mean, the sales numbers, I have to take a look at it quarter by quarter, but I mean, all the people that are taking delivery now really have people that ordered in this and this price point. So They kind of have to go back. They kind of have to go back. But yeah, no, Tilapia Andy, we're a little bit ahead of the game. You know, we like to speculate on other markets first because we do notice that China is always first with kind of testing out these discounts. They were first to the game with some sort of like $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 USD discount, and then it happened to the US. So it's definitely now that Europe is going 55. I mean, maybe this is a test to see, like, does 55 do it enough for the sales? Of course, it's different market, different demographics. They can't really test it based upon that, but definitely some interesting stuff. Happy Hippo, what you said about the hardware 4 and Raider makes me pause. Yeah, I mean, but when I say that kind of stuff, you know, I say because resale value and all that stuff and how that can affect resale value, I'm thinking more short term, like I buy and resell within 1, 2, 3 years. If you're holding for 3 to 5 years, then none of this stuff really matters because any vehicle is going to be obsolete by then. And when I say obsolete, not like 100% obsolete, there's like think like an iPhone. Like I compared Teslas to iPhones a lot because they basically are iPads on wheels, and a 5-year-old iPhone is, you know, it's pretty dated. Just like how a 5-year-old 2014 Model S, if you've ever sat in one or driven one, it's dated, and those are like $30K right now. They've really depreciated. Lance, welcome. Dennis, I just got my VIN 2 hours ago. 2023 model Y long range. What do I do? Well, at least you've lucked out. You've lucked out on the 3750 discount. You've lucked out on the 10,000 mile supercharging. If I was you, I would try and delay till Christmas or after Christmas because I think that's the time frame when, if there's going to be another incentive, that's when it's going to happen. But that's kind of my feedback on that. But thanks for watching this quick video, guys, on this discount in the Europe markets. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys learned a lot. And I will maybe stream later, but I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks. Bye.